Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today I'm actually going to do a video on how I started my business and questions that I've gotten throughout the years, or not even years because it's only been like a year that I've been doing it. Questions that I've gotten from people who want to start their business, and I just hope that you guys kind of get a little feel of what it is or how it is and what I struggled with. So as any other business, you obviously need to start with a business plan. I started doing Snapchat tutorials like 15, 14. I just got really inspired by like lashes. Like shit, I freaking love lashes. Like lashes can make anything look amazing. So literally this is how I wanted to start my business. So I was like, hey, I need to figure out a way where I can make lashes. I started looking up on YouTube like how to make your own lashes like by hand and stuff, and I was like, hey, this is obviously not gonna work. Like that is way too much work. Like I don't know why in the right mind like I even thought that I could do that, like because you know, like what the fuck, how are you gonna do that? So I started doing my research, and I found a manufacturer. I actually found 3 different manufacturers, and I started off sampling first. Yeah, I just did a lot of research. It took me about a year to really find a manufacturer because like I was getting samples and I didn't freaking like them. Like they were so annoying. Some of them were even packaged like so stupid that I was just like, okay, that's freaking frustrating. Like what am I gonna do with this type of shit? Like I wanted to deal with the manufacturer who was clean, knew what they were doing, could do styles that I wanted. I would draw out styles and send them to my manufacturer. That way they could get a gist of what I wanted, and if they could create a certain style they could do it and then tweak it out a little. I would get sent samples, and if I liked a certain style I would just tweak it out a little. I'd be like, oh, can we add more here? Can we make the band different? Just stuff that comes into place to make a comfortable lash. So the manufacturer that I found was able to actually do styles that I wanted, and I started receiving samples. Like literally at first I was gonna give up so damn quick. Like I could not find a manufacturer who could do the way that I wanted to, so it was really frustrating. And I remember telling my sister one day, I was like, dude, I give up, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And she's like, why? Like you were so close to doing it. I had already started my website. I already knew how I wanted my packaging to be. Like guys, I freaking had it together. So like she was like, you were so close, like why are you gonna give up? And I was just like, dude, I can't do this. Like there's not a manufacturer that will do it the way that I wanted to. And so she was like, no, like you are going to keep doing what you're doing. And so I was like, yeah, you know what, bitch, you're right, I'm going to continue doing it. So I put more research into it. It really does take a lot of time to find someone. Like you have to go through all these styles and you're just like, nope, this isn't the one, this isn't the one. And I just wanted my brand to be perfect, make sure that it really stood, make sure like I could stand for it. So yeah, and I wanted my brand to be cruelty free, so I got synthetic and silk lashes. When our brand first came out, I started off with Big Cartel because it was only like $10 a month to have your shop up, and I was like, okay, you know, that's good to start with. Now when I first started, I didn't know a thing about taxes. I didn't know a thing about like my business name and that you have to register it. And so at this point I was kind of like, oh shit, like no fucking way. So it took me a couple more months to get that set up. I have my own accountant, and she helped me a lot with setting up for like that type of stuff. Got it got it through. So it was really good to experience how to start it and stuff. Obviously you have to do a lot of research because at first, like, I did not know what I was doing a thing. Like, I didn't go to school for this. I don't really know much about business wise. Like, I really had no knowledge. I just wanted a freaking brand that I could have and, you know, grow within the beauty industry, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I spent nights and nights trying to do my research, and finally when I got it all together, I started putting my website up. I did have a blog where a lot of people would follow me on, and they kind of saw me grow, and along the way, obviously, I just asked questions to people who, like, knew more about it. So I found my manufacturer, and finally I was able to get my dream packaging, my dream lashes, and I was just like, oh my god, this is freaking amazing. Like, it's honestly a really good feeling when, like, when I finally got the product, my packaging in my hands, I was like, oh my gosh, guys, I fell in love. Like, I was just like, how can something like this really be mine? My packaging, honestly, I really wanted something simple because I'm not, like, you know, super extra. Well, I can't be now. But, like, at first, obviously, I really wanted something simple, and I love the whole gold, rose gold labeling. And literally, guys, with my logo, like, it was so hard to do because I was doing this, I was working on Photoshop with it, and I had to freaking, like, honestly, guys, like, my shop, my label, my packaging, my lashes, I put my heart and soul into. I didn't get help with my research. I didn't get help picking out my packaging. I didn't get help creating my styles. I didn't get help creating my shop. I did it all just by sitting at my computer and playing around with the shop, playing around with different styles, drawing it out, making sure that my samples were coming in, and making sure I was testing them myself, making sure that I loved them, because I wasn't going to put out a product that I knew that I wasn't going to love, you know? And I first got my babies, I was so happy with my accomplishment. And to the point that I kind of knew that I was going to give up. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is literally my passion and I'm going to pursue it. Like, I'm not going to give up. And so, yeah, and finally, like, guys, this is probably the best creation I've ever had to deal with. And honestly, if you just do your research, guys, you can freaking do it. I wasn't someone who had a huge following either. I did it because this is what I wanted, this is what I wanted to do, and I wanted to make sure that I was actually doing something that would help me grow. And honestly, this brand has taught me a lot, has helped me grow. I've met a lot of people, a lot of people who are just inspired by makeup, and it was just, it's a really good being able to actually follow my dream. It does take a lot of time. I'm not gonna say it's an easy thing because, oh my gosh, every day I'm stressed because I do everything myself. I'm just hoping one day we can grow to a point where we have a team, and I'm just waiting for that day. It's gonna be amazing when I actually have a team that I can work with, support me, and it's gonna be a good ride. I know so far, like, I put my all into it, and it's just gonna be good towards the ending of the day. Like, I know that I'm going to continue pursuing and spend all the time that I can, making sure that the quality is good. I'm always finding ways to improve and obviously be on top of it and stuff. So it's hard right now, but I know that I'm going to be able to do it, and it's just not giving up. Like, I've tried so hard to really keep it up, and it's something that I love doing, so it's not it's not something that I'm going to give up. Like, it's really something I enjoy doing. I love issuing my orders. I love being able to control it and just making people happy, because I know there's a lot of people who really do love MISSFAB Beauty Lashes, and they are the type of people that I notice, like, I'm just like, yes, and I notice every customer, like, I try to like keep connections and making sure that they know that they're a part of MISSFAB Beauty Lashes, like, you know, y'all are family. So because I am so bad with these, I don't even know how to fucking talk, I'm going to answer some questions that I've gotten. So my first question is, how did you start your business? So like I said, I just did a lot of research into it. I saved up a lot of money to be able to handle all the fees that came with it, because guys, starting a business is not free, obviously. You have to make sure that you have good quality, your packaging, like me, lashes, packaging, trays, all those expenses, like also starting your business, your yearly fee that you need for your name, taxes come into place, paying the people who are in it, paying for you know, shipments, and it's expensive. Like, it gets really freaking expensive. Sometimes I'm in some points where I'm like, holy shit, like, can I really do this? And somehow I still manage to go through it, and honestly I'm still pretty shook that I have it going, because guys, it's really expensive, like, to continue it, like everything, like money. How long did it take? Not sure what they mean by how long did it take. So it took me a year and a half to get everything sorted, which means my business plan. My business plan is about 20 pages long, and I write all my progress, my goals, how much I'm trying to spend. It's a long business plan of things that just to kind of give me a gist of what my goals are. So I spent a lot of time on that. But yeah, a year and a half it took for me to gather everything together and make sure that it's running smoothly. What challenges did you go through? Honestly, finding my manufacturer, that was the hardest challenge. Like I said, I was going through so many samples that I wasn't even enjoying them, and I was just like getting frustrated because I couldn't find the right manufacturer. I wanted someone who was super clean, and I mean, obviously, like, clean lashes, like, what the fuck, you know? So yeah, also money-wise, that was another challenge that I faced. There was one point where, like, I wasn't making anything because I was doing something wrong within the business, and you just kind of got to work through them and be like, hey, you always have to sit down and figure out, okay, how am I really going to make money? How am I going to make sure that once product runs out, I'm able to get it back? Like, it's hard. How much money did you invest? I get this question asked a lot, and it's kind of uncomfortable to talk about. So like, I tried to save up a lot as I could. An estimate, I'm not really sure how much I put into it, but an estimate about $6,000. How did you earn your first sales? Honestly, so like I said, I started off on Big Cartel. It was super duper cheap. So if you're really wanting to start a business, Big Cartel is probably the first way to go. That way you guys can get a gist of how it is to have your shop online. And what's it called? I earned my first sales with the people who already followed me on Instagram, YouTube, my Facebook, and I gotta say that my first sales were mainly in Utah. It was mainly all my friends who knew about it. I did have a launch party, so all my friends came. They knew that what was happening and stuff, so I had a lot of great local support, and I still have really good local support. I love my local orders. Like, I'm just always like, oh my gosh, like, people really do like support this, and it's amazing to have people support a brand that is yours and something you put your heart into. Like, it's amazing, and I continue to get that local support, and it's awesome. The way I earned my first sales were through Big Cartel, and people who locally knew about it. I tried to talk a lot about it online, but I mean, obviously you got to do PR and all that. So that's mainly where my other sales came from, through PR and people, through like big YouTubers. Like Lisette Ramirez is one of the people who really supported our brand, and it was just amazing with her support. She loves MISSFAB Beauty Lashes, and I really enjoy her. She's freaking amazing. This your only source of income? No. The only reason this isn't my only source of income is because I'm still really small, so there's no way I could live off just MISSFAB Beauty Lashes. So I do this as my side job, and I work for I work for a company, and I love that company that I work for, so I plan to not leave it anytime soon because I can juggle both of them. It's pretty hard, but I can manage. What do you use for your shop? I use Shopify. Shopify is probably the best freaking website creator out there. It is pretty pricey, so the reason I stopped going through big cartels, that was like $10 a month. This one that I pay for now is like $30 plus whatever you spend within, you know, the website. So I spent about $600 already on Shopify, but it's a really good website for your shop because they give you about every report. They track all your sales. Like, it's freaking amazing, and it was super easy to use as well. So I love Shopify, and that's what I have my shop through. What tools do you use back end? I only use one tool, and that is Kit. Kit actually helps me track my sales. They help me with my ads. They help me with emails being sent to customers and everything. So Kit is the only back-end program that I use for my shop. Tips or recommendations for new entrepreneurs. Y'all, it is gonna be a ride. Do not give up no matter what. If this is something that you want to, if this is something that you have passion for, and like a dream of yours, you gotta work hard, and you're not gonna earn like money right away. It is a huge investment. You gotta be prepared. I've prepared myself through just making sure that I'm doing things right. I've asked questions along the way. And Shopify actually has a blog where a lot of entrepreneurs go, and that's where I've seen more of the stories and how I can improve on my shop and stuff. So Shopify is a really good way to find tips and tricks. But for me, like, it's just not giving up and making sure that you have passion for it and are doing what you love doing. So yeah, and guys, it's expensive. You're not gonna earn much from it first. You gotta grow, and you just gotta never give up and do what you love doing. So that's the tip I can give you. Don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up. That is what a little insight to how I started MISSFAB Beauty Lashes. I love doing what I do. It is the best thing. I love anyone who has supported me. I've noticed every one of you guys. I'm still really small, so I can notice everyone. I do gotta say though, lately I haven't really been so active on their MISSFAB Beauty Lashes Instagram because we've been really busy with sales and stuff. It's really hard to juggle, like I said, having a job and then having my small business. It's really hard, and I do it all myself, so I'm learning along the way. I don't know much about. I'm still learning. It's been a process, but we're getting through it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hello, Stinky. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and how I started my business. If you guys if you guys want to see more of these talk videos, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if you guys have more questions about like my business, like leave them in the comments below. I would be happy to answer all of the questions you guys have. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video.